Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. Well, this is an extra video in the week, and the theme is really urgency. It's urgency because there is a deadline, and the deadline is in fact tomorrow if you're watching this on Saturday, or it's today if you're watching it on Sunday. There's going to be an event, and it's an event to do with the promotion of the making of a film that's going to deal with the human design global cycles, and it's initiated by the manifestor Celine Parman. Now, Celine contacted me last year and said that she, as a filmmaker, wanted to do a film on human design and get it out to the collective so that more people would know about human design. Now, all you that are watching this, you already know the value of human design, and hopefully you're in your experiment and you're finding the rewards that come naturally from experimenting with your strategy and authority. But how do we get it out to the collective? How do we get it out to more people? And if we look at the chart of Celine, she's ideally suited for this. There is an urgency built in her design, as you can see from the chart. An unusual root manifester. In other words, the motor that powers her is this adrenal energy, you know, the drive to perfect, the drive to really bring people on track for something really important. And yet she's going to do it in her own way through the 1/8 channel. She leads herself in wanting to go the less traveled way, the creative way, to bring out something that is both urgent and useful and important to those people in the world who are open to it. So that sounded like a good idea. She said, do you want to be part of this? I said, okay, well, what's involved? And there was an event going on in Santa Fe, run by Jonah Dempsey for human design people. You know, do you want to come out to Santa Fe and be part of that? And we can interview you. And I thought, well, you know, Santa Fe's very high for me in my terms of my environment. I wasn't too keen to go to high altitudes, not knowing what I know. But when she said she was going to do an event in Ibiza, well, that was enough to pull me out. That was enough to bring me back to the red soil of Ibiza, where I spent so many years learning and training with Ra. And this was the first time that I'd left England since the lockdown. And part of the structure of her film was that during the lockdown, when the whole world was locked down, there was an increase in interest in human design. You know, people were seeing that things were falling apart and they were looking outside of themselves for some way to understand it. And she asked me for some of the data that I have from orders and turnover and numbers of people coming to the site. She also asked Jovian Archive for similar figures. And indeed, it shows there's a rise during the lockdown of people interested in human design. There's a kind of a wave now of more and more people getting to know about it. Because after all, once you get to know about it and experiment with it, you go, whoa, this really works. So it sounded like a wonderful thing. And I thought, okay, I'll go along. I'll be interviewed in Ibiza. I'll meet some of my old colleagues. It'll be great. And indeed, it was great. It was lovely to spend time with those people that I hadn't seen for 20 years. And to reconnect and to hear bits of the stories from other people about what had gone on back then. But more than that, Celine was really driven and with this urgency to get this project together, to keep on, to doing the interviews, to extending it, to getting the message out with the diversity of different voices who had really been in the experiment. And fairly late in the proceedings, Celine said, okay, we're going to need an Ibiza fundraiser. So can you do a talk? And I go, okay, I'll do a talk. And other teachers were giving talks there to a live event in Ibiza. And somehow within, I think about 2 weeks, people gathered in Ibiza for the talks, for the gathering, for the wonderful trips that Jonah took them on around Ibiza, and really come together in the spirit of human design and experimentation and meeting. And she also had a Kickstarter, which was helping to fund the program, because after all, it is a lot of money to make a film. It is a lot of money to go on location and hire professional crews and get the whole thing going. I mean, a lot of money she invested in as a single mother living in the Netherlands to get this project off. But what to do when you're a manifester and you're driven to get the message out, and you're really clear on what you want to say, and to let people know that not only is there a global change happening, but also there is this human design that can really help us to understand ourselves in the process, which is leading into 2027, because in 2027, we fully shift over into the sleeping phoenix, away from the cross of planning, and into a very, very different time, a time of great individuality. And indeed, the talk that I gave, that is now available via the Kickstarter, was very much on the individual chemistry and what it is to live with a pulse, what it is to be an individual, have individual chemistry running through you, how mutative that is, how uncertain that can be, how creative that can be, how it helps us to find new ways and new ways into ourselves. So the Kickstarter is up, the event has taken place. Let me give you a taster so you understand both the professionalism of what's been going on with this film, but also get a taste of the urgency that I'm talking about. So here's the trailer that Celine has given me permission to show to you today, and see what you make of it.
We know very little about why things change. We know very little about why civilization rises and falls, why the world suddenly changes at any given moment. One of the most fascinating areas of the knowledge is global cycles.
This current global cycle we're in, it's called the cross of planning.
So all of us for the past 400 years, starting in 1615, we developed a society or norms that established interdependency.
We are always programmed, where we have receptors in our openness, to act according to this program, to this frequency.
There is a kind of field awareness, and so there's something in the field. It's more the collective.
It's a very logical, collective, tribal thing that's been holding us all together, and you can just watch it breaking down.
And in 2020, it all suddenly stood still.
We're shifting from tribal support systems to individual nature.
We will be in a time where 3/4 of the activation is going to be individual.
There is no authority but your own, and it doesn't extend outside of you.
Human design is the science of differentiation.
The statistics really prove that it's really working.
We have a great mutation that's taking place that's rooted in our emotional system. We're under pressure to evolve to the maximum we can before it changes.
It's a new beginning.
Well, there, I hope you really enjoyed that. That was quite a trailer, huh? You know, great to have Ra's voice in there and to have the flow of different teachers speaking about it. To give you an idea from the teachers that have spent a long time in it, what they see from their perspective and what they've experienced. So a lot of that is going to be in the film when it finally comes out. And the editing is going to be quite a process. The film itself won't be ready for release until 2026, and hopefully within a year of now. So this is the urgency that I want to talk to you about today, or point you towards, is in fact the Kickstarter. Because Celine has managed, with the support of so many, come in and managed to get 70% of the Kickstarter funds needed But within a few days, if she doesn't get the rest, the whole thing collapses. So there is an urgency in the fact that it's an all or nothing risk. And I rather like that. I like that as a channel of struggle. I like the risk. You know, I like the slim chance of, are we going to make it or not? And it's right on the edge right now, which is why I'm doing this video, so that my viewers can get a chance to participate. And if they want to contribute to the Kickstarter and the funding of getting the film done. And there are many teachers, not just myself, that were talking. And here's a list of the ones that gave talks there. There are also extra talks that have been given by some as well. So there's a lot of ways you can get into different information from different teachers that is available, rather than asking for free donations. She set it up so that people get their value. You know, you can get to see the talks, you can get to hear them, you can get to educate yourself about what is coming and how we see it from different perspectives. So there's a lot of value in there in the Kickstarter. But what I'm on the video here today for is that tomorrow there is going to be the final event of us all coming together on a YouTube channel, a live YouTube channel. I will be there. I'll be no doubt being asked questions, and I will contribute in the way that I can towards whatever the questions may be. So if you want to meet me live, if you want to get involved with this project, I believe it's a worthy project, then please come and join us. So far, there's been about 80,000 euros that Celine has invested into this project, in the Santa Fe event, in the Ibiza event, in all the volunteer costs, and all the things that she's brought together. I mean, manifestors are here to initiate. They're here to break through to new territory. And here she is pushing that, you know, with this urgency, fighting to see if we can get it through. And we don't know. I mean, I love it. We actually don't know. And we are going to know within a few days whether we'll make it or not. So it is quite exciting to realize that time is short and we're either going to make it or not. So I hope you'll come along. There is on YouTube the first live event that I was also attending, which you can see, and there are links below of the social media sites, and the main one, the website, 4%.me, where you can get to the place where you can put in your email and come and join us. So I hope you'll do that. This is really, you know, a plug for this, and a plug that I think is worthwhile, and also will give you a great deal of benefit and prepare you to some degree for what is coming. If you want to join me live with everyone else there's going to be, I think all the teachers will be there. It's going to be fun. It was fun last time. And because it's live, we've no idea exactly what's going to happen, which is also exciting. So come and join me. I'll be there tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing those of you who can make it. See you there. Bye for now.